The post-work relaxation in the comfort of her chair.
Yes, exactly.
Well, the reason why I wanted to bring you on, Matt, it was this. We had a great conversation last week on Friday, and some people would like to call it time management. I like to think of it as rituals. What rituals are we doing that ensures a guaranteed outcome? And we kind of talked about it last week, and I thought it would made a great topic for tonight because the one reason is this. It's plain and simple. A lot of times what we discover is this: if we can pinpoint where the flaw is in our ritual, we can pinpoint, we can kind of drill down to what's causing other hiccups throughout the day. So, Maddie, give it to me. From the time you wake up, a typical day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, what does it look like? Break it down to me like in increments of 1 or 2 hours.
Okay.
A typical
Can you hear
day.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get up about 5 o'clock and I get ready to go to the gym. So I'm at the gym at 6, ready to work out a little bit before 6.
Uh-huh.
I work out till 7, and then I usually get ready at the gym so that I'm at my office by a little bit before 8. So I'm at my office eating breakfast at 8 a.m.
All right. Then what
My
happens?
start, go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say what happens at the office after you have breakfast. So after breakfast, what comes next?
We have our office hours start at 8:30, so we start work at 8:30. So everything that you can imagine happens.
Okay.
Yes, chaos. There you go.
All right. So while you're at the office, where you're dealing with meetings, you're dealing with employees, you're dealing with customers, you're dealing with any and everything you can think of. From 8:30 until when? How long does that chaos last? How long does that office chaos go on for? Before
Well,
you decide to say, okay, I need a lunch or I need to get out of here before I strangle someone.
yeah. Well, I usually try to take I do my morning snack at about 10:30 in the morning. So I eat at 10:30. I eat something at 10:30,
Okay.
and that's usually a pretty quick. Just grab a protein bar or whatever it is that I've got, and then the chaos continues. And then at about 12:30, I try to have lunch. And as I was telling you, Chris, before, most of the time I actually even eat sitting at my desk or kind of try
Mm-hmm.
to grab something in a hurry. So I wasn't taking an actual lunch, if you want to call it that.
Okay, so
Uh,
let's talk about what you were doing before. So, like, you was actually having lunch at your desk, still
yeah,
working, right?
right,
And that
right.
and that was running from what, like 12:30 to what?
About 12:45. It was
But
quick.
so your lunch was from 12:30 to 12:45.
Right. It was quick. Got to get it done fast.
All right, and then you went, and then from 12:45 until when? When's the next time you have to come up from air?
Usually about 3:30, I would do another snack.
Okay. Let's see where did it? Yeah, right on the screen. All right, so from 12:30 to from 12:45 to about 3:30, another snack, and
Right.
then from 3:30 until what?
Um, 6:30, something like that is when my office closes at 5:30, but I'm usually there at least another hour after the close. So I would say till 6:30. And
Okay.
then I usually head home at 6:30. And so I'm eating dinner hopefully by about 7.
Okay. So we're gonna touch base here on that. I'm just filling in the blanks here so people can get an idea of your day. Let's see. Can I make it fit?
This tests your typing skills, doesn't it?
I know, right? Because I'm running out of string. Chaos. All right. And then you finally get home. Let's say, what time you finally get home?
About 7.
About 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yes. Yes, I am.
So Mattie, this was like your typical day. This is what you would. This is kind of like this was what your ritual was. All right.
Yes.
5 a.m. Get up, get ready for the gym, and I'm gonna break down some of this other stuff here in another whiteboard here in just a second. But 5 a.m. you get ready for the gym. So you get to the gym at 6, train from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, get ready, get to the office, have breakfast. From about 30 minutes worth of breakfast time in the morning, 8:30, office and chaos. Office and chaos lasts for about 2 hours. 10:30, you're like, okay, I need a break from the chaos. Let me have a quick snack. 15-minute snack break. Boom. From 10:45 to 12:30, office and chaos. Even more chaos. And then lunchtime hits. So from 12:30 to 12:45, you have a working lunch. So you're snacking on something while you're still trying to do paperwork.
Right.
Right.
And I get put on my paperwork a lot of times.
Right. So you're working. You're trying to. Even though you're taking a lunch, you're still dealing with minor chaos during your lunch break. And then from 12:45 to 12:45 to 3:30, more chaos. Take a quick snack break at 3:30, maybe 3:35 to 6:30. Home stretch chaos. And then you get home and you're like, okay, I want to relax, I want to chill, and where's the damn food? I know.
I was eating any shrimp Creole either, so it is.
So I totally get this. Like you know, when we was talking Friday, this makes sense to me because you're not the only one that's dealing with this same type of chaos day in and day out. You're not, and you've made this chaos become the norm. This has become normal life. So all you're trying to do is trying to figure out how can I cope. Okay, the gym is helping me cope with some stress, but how can I cope once I get to the office with other things that's triggering all these stressors and now allowing me the time that I need to refocus energy to take care of things. So all you're doing is trying to manage different stressors in between the day, depending on what comes up. Yep. And this became the norm. It just became normal life. It just became acceptable. All right, I know work is going to be chaos. I'm just going to put out fires all day. And then when I get home, I'm going to come home and be a hangry, emotional terrorist. Sorry, husband. You made it your normal rituals of the day. You just made it your normal. You just made it an acceptable thing to deal with. Now, after we had a conversation about your rituals, whoops, that's not what I wanted. After we had a conversation about your rituals, what changed? What did you change?
Well, when you and I talked, Chris, I was having a hard time that week because I had traveled for about 3 days. So I didn't have all my meal prep done. And I realized how important meal prepping is for me, because if I have my food ready to go, then I know that I don't have to worry about, that's one less thing I have to worry about, including snacks, which is a big deal to me because I'm hungry between meals. So
right.
making sure that my meal preps are done, making sure that I had the proper snacks so that I could eat when I'm supposed to. And I think probably the biggest thing is that I'm trying to make sure to split some time off where I'm not eating at my desk right now, and I'm cutting out an hour of my time to refocus. And it's hard for me. This week has been really hard for me because it's the norm. But just trying to get away from my desk physically is tough for me. So I've been eating. I came home one day and ate lunch at home. I ate today and actually in the break room and on the table in the kitchen. And just was able to kind of clear my mind and think about some other things. So taking that time away. My afternoon snacks, I'm still trying to make sure that I'm filling those in. And obviously, if I get home and my dinner is done because it's prepped, then I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat or food's not done on time or whatever the case might be. So I think the biggest change is right in the middle of the day is taking that time that I need to refocus, to eat my meal and actually taste what I'm eating, and then spend a little bit of time thinking about what I'm going to do and try to get done for the rest of the day.
Awesome, awesome. So now that you've taken some time to clear some headspace, allow you to refocus, what did you notice about your workload at work, your production, I should say, with the work, with your, the current workload that you're dealing with? Was it more or less, as far as production?
I think I get more done because I'm more focused on what it is that I want to do, and things aren't as chaotic feeling. So I felt like I could put a little check mark next to the box and say, okay, I got it done. And if I didn't get something done, it's just kind of part of my ongoing to-do list or whatever I have to do, but I don't feel so stressed out about it. So
awesome. Got a good question here for you. When you're taking that hour to like kind of clear that headspace and refocus, like what's your steps? What steps do you use? What's like you're like, okay, I'm going to lunch. You already established that you're going to lunch. What steps are you going through your head to start to begin to clear that headspace and begin to refocus? What are you doing? What are you telling yourself? Give us some insight.